Hey guys, welcome back to another Moondog Trading video. Tonight's video, we're going to talk about Bitcoin, Clean Spark, Google, the S&P, uh, moon phases, how all this correlates together. But we're going to really talk about how you can make money just trading these moon cycles, guys. And guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say is just my opinion, educational purpose only. But we're going to look at some of these charts. Like, for example, if you watch yesterday's video, if you didn't get a chance to watch yesterday's video, guys, watch it. Make sure you thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. But if you watched it, you could see where we back tested all this for Bitcoin for the last year. And the percentages were absolutely incredible. And the accuracy, guys, if you just traded the moon cycles, the phases in the moon. Like for example, the next full moon is February 12th. The next new moon is February 27th, and then we got all the up and coming schedule for all the moons. And that's what I'm talking about, guys. Trading the moon cycles. So the white dots here are full moons, and here's the new moon. So you can see where these percentages were absolutely incredible. The win percentages, let's see, we had 15% here, 13% here, 22% here, 16% here, 14% here, 41% here, 13% here, one loss, 7% here, 10% there, 15% there, 13% there, 9, 7, and 19% there. Okay, and you can see all the wins, guys. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's just zoom out. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 8 and 1, 8 and 2, 8 and 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 and 3 guys in a year. And we're talking the percentages are incredible. Now, you're probably saying, well, Moondog, does this work with stocks? Yeah, it does. And we're going to check out the S&P. There's some of this stuff I haven't even looked at. Like this, I don't know how many wins there is. This is the S&P 500. So let's see what happens here. But we can see some pretty good stuff already just by eyeing it. You can see a fail right here. Good stuff here. You're not going to win them all, guys, but it's percentages. If you're winning 75, 80% of your trades and you're making big percentages and your stop losses are, manageable, anywhere from 6 to 3%, you're going to make money, guys. But let's look at Clean Spark, guys. We talked about Clean Spark. I looked at this one. I did chart this one, okay? If we date back all the way for a year, and I took this, so you can see this one's new moon. I didn't do this one new moon. I mean, you could have still made it if you would have held it. But some of these, if I made more than 3 to 5%, I consider that as a win, because you'd always take that 3 to 5% depending on the volatility of the stock, and you would take that 3 to 5%, and then you would take about 20% off the table on that, and then move your stop loss to your buy-in and let the rest ride. Okay, so anything over that, it's considered a win. Okay, and then underneath it, you want to have that 3 to 6% stop loss, okay, depending on the volatility. That's how I do it, guys. And like I said, it's, that's just my strategy, but it works. Okay, and if you look at this, we got this one, 116% from new moon to straight up to full moon to straight up new moon. The new moons are in the blue, okay? Full moons are in the white, okay? Like I said, what was the full moon? The next full moon is February 12th, so we'll keep that in mind. So we got 1 win, 2 wins. This one's 42%. First one's 116, second one's 42, next one's 23. Then we have a loss, so we're 3 and 1 right there. Then we got 13%, 14%, 12%, 12%, 18%, 15%. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this one's 19%, 12%, 21%. So we're 12-1 on the whole year just on CleanSpark's stock, which is ticker CLSK. I mean, think about that, guys. I mean, that means every month you could be racking in the dough, paying, depending on how much you're trading, but paying rent, paying bills, paying mortgage, paying whatever every month, making money. I mean, that's incredible if you think about it. It's really incredible. Just trading these moves. And guys, the best part is you know when the move's coming. We know it's going to be coming around the 12th. So let's see how this plays out. Now, of course, you can get a loss. It is possible. So don't be, Moondog, you suck if this new moon comes out on the 12th and things you go down. Hey, that could be one of those rare moments, guys. But the fact is that this looks pretty good on CleanSpark. So now we looked at Bitcoin. Now we looked at CleanSpark, which is it's a crypto play. It's a crypto mining company, right? So let's go to Google. Let's do something like Google, which I haven't done this yet. Let's start at the beginning of the year again here. Let's see, January. This would be okay. So January right here, January full moon. So the first moon would have been going into January. So we'll start on that one. Let's see here. Where's my money maker? Right here. Okay, where did we say? Right here. Let's see. That's December though. We'd have to do the moon here. It'd be January. So here, no, see, that would be a loss. We're not at that 3%. So not a good start right off the bat for Google. So there's one gone. Oh, whatever. You guys get the gist right there. Okay, and then you hit the full moon. Even though there was a gap and then a pop, this looks like another one right here would be a fail. So Google, we're down 2 in a row. All right. Okay, so we lost 2 there. Let me get rid of this so we don't get confused. Okay, so we lost 2 there to start the year on Google. Now we got here. So we'd go here on this move. We'd ride it up even if it was the new moon. That's when we would look to be getting out. So that's 8%. But yeah, you always want to take a little percent and then move your stop to your buy-in and make sure when this new moon that it doesn't, go 3 to 6% under this current low on that full moon. I'm sorry, the full moon. Full moon's in the white, guys. Let's see here. So now we got this move with a gap up and everything. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom here. Yeah, you could have took it here at 11%. You probably would have took some, but let's just take it from moon to moon. Still at 9%. Let's see here. This one. This one you would have got here, which would that be at least? No, it's not 3%. It's a loss. It's a loss because I'd always take 3%, guys, and then move my stop to my buy-in price. And no matter what, you're making something. That's the name of the game, right? All right. So Google's struggling here. All right, but let's see here, 8%. Oops. Okay, 8%. All right, there. Let's see. So this is a little bit more mixed up than the crypto, right? This one would have been a loss. So we're not going to even worry about loss there. This one here. This one looks good. All right. So that's a good one. Now, Google doesn't move that. See, these stocks here, like Google is not a crypto or a Bitcoin where it's going to move with that kind of volatility. This one here. Let's see. I'm going to take this just to make sure we didn't get stopped out. No, and that's only 1%. So we wouldn't have got stopped out on that trade. So we're going to take this trade. And that would have been up 11%. So, I mean, you would have took money in between that, guys. You got to. Once you take you get up 5%, you take a little bit more. You get up 7, 8%, you take a little bit more. You get up 10%, you're taking some more. That's the name of the game, guys. Okay. And then you wait for the next one. Let's see here. This one here. We got it there. This would have been technically a winner. We would have made 3.5% and then got stopped out once it hit our buy-in price. So that's technically a winner. Now, Google's not doing as good, guys, as Um, that's a win. Google's not doing as good as so far as Bitcoin and CleanSpark. So let's see what else could do good here. Let's see, that would have been 7% because we probably would have moved our stop loss. Because the way you do it, guys, is you take a little bit, then you move your stop loss up as it goes. And if it comes down and stops you out, you still made money. Yeah, it sucks that it did go a little higher, but then look at this gap came back down. So let's see how many we won for the year just on Google. So 0, 2, 2 for 2, 3 for 3, 4 for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're 8-4, guys. That's still pretty freaking good. I mean, that's still really, really freaking good. You're still looking at like 70%. Okay. Um, that is not bad. And that's just on Google. S&P, we're probably looking similar numbers, I would assume. Let's see, how much time do we have left? We got 11 minutes. Let's see the S&P. Let's look. S&P. All right, let's go back a year. Let's see how good pretty much the general markets. I mean, we could have done, NASDAQ, QQQ, or something like that. But let's just see how the general market did, just period, with the moon cycles. Okay, and can the moons make you money? That's what we want to know, right? That's what's on everybody's mind. This would be January, so the new moon would have been right here at the end of January, the new full moon, which it looks like it might have stopped you out. Let's look. No, it didn't, actually. Now the percentages are not going to be that great, but that's a win. Let's see, this one here. That's another win. Man, you could have rode that thing up for a month. That's only 4% though, guys, because it's the S&P. You want to do this with more. You want to make some more money. You could do some more violent stocks and violent cryptos. And let's see here. Boom, that's a loss. Chalk that up. This is definitely a win. We can see that from a mile away. That would be a win. And you'd ride it up to the full. Let's just ride it up to the new moon. Let's see this one. Let's see, would this stop us out? No, that wouldn't have stopped us out. So this would have been a winner on this one too, as well, because it wouldn't have went under 3%. Now this, I wouldn't have sold it here at 2%. So we would have rode this thing probably all the way up to here at 7%. Because at 2%, I'm not taking any money yet. Now I would have took a little bit at 3%, moved my stop loss up, and kept riding it and moving it as we went. But that's how I would play it. Let's see here. This right here. This would be a loss. Well, yeah, because it never turned into anything. So that's a loss. So the S&P is not doing as good, it looks like. Let's see. That would be a loss. So we'll mark that as a loss. 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 All right. So let's look here. Let's see what's cracking on this one. See, we wouldn't have took 3% there, so we would have rode it a little bit. We would have probably kept riding that. We would have we wouldn't have got stopped out yet because we would have not had our stop loss to our buy-in right there. So we actually could have rode this sucker up to 8% before we would put our stop like right here. See, this is what I would do, guys. You see this last little dip right here? You'd want to put your stop, and you could see when it fell under there, down it went. So like if you were trading this, guys, you'd want this major high into this dip, or not major high, previous high into this dip. You'd want to look for support there. So you would move your stop loss to that spot. And, if you got stopped out there, right there, that's when the trade would end. Let's see technical analysis, guys. All right. Moon here. Let's see. We'd have rode this to the top. So just on the overall general market of looking good on the S&P 500, you in January, my friend, would have went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You would have been 6-3. That is really good, guys, for the year. I mean, on the S&P, I mean, this you're not looking at, look at these percentages: 4, uh, 3.8, 7.8, 8.5, 5.6. Now it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's an S&P. Okay, so you could imagine just trading this like that, but it's just we're getting a general idea. This is not really something you'd want to trade, and you get what I'm saying, guys. We just want to see the general idea of what's going on with these moon phases, and can the moon phases make you money? And my honest opinion is yes, guys, they can. Uh, let's see. Do we have Tesla? I wonder what Tesla does here. Let's look at Tesla on this moon chart. I'm curious to see Tesla. Let's see. Tesla in January. Let's look. Let's see. January. That's January 1st, right? From 2024. So we're going from a year to year, guys. That's how we're doing it. This is December. So January would have been this moon right here. All right. So we would have bought there. And we would have rode it up. Let's see. We would have got stopped out. No, we wouldn't have. It would have been 2.5%. So we would have rode that sucker up. That would have been 11%. This one, let's see, we would have rode up. That would have been a win at 7% there. So far, we got some winners. This would have went up 10% right there. We would have took that and then been stopped out at our buy-in when it came back down, because we move our stop loss to our buy-in price after we take profits. This would have went up 37%. Okay, so that's a win. Let's see here to here. That would have went up 5%. So that's a win with never going underneath your stop there. Here's another one. Pretty much moon to moon. That's 50% right there. So far, Tesla is a monster with the moon charts, guys. Have we even lost one yet? I don't think we have. Look, there's another win. That's incredible. Another almost 6% there. Let's see here. This one's that one's a loser. I could just tell you right now, this is a loser. So we got our first loss. Okay, so we'll go ahead and mark that one off. Let's see right here. This is a loser right there. Okay, how much time do I got left? 17 minutes. Okay. So what do we got here? Tesla. So we got moon here, full moon. Sorry about that. We would have rode that to 25%. We would have probably got stopped out, even though it went a lot higher, which would have sucked. But let's see. Now this one here, we would have rode this one for sure, 100%. We would have rode that one. That's another winner. I mean, even if you would have took this moon here, you would have made some money. That's 48%. Let's see here. This one would have been a new moon. That would have been another 9%. So we're looking at, since January to January, guys, January from last year to now, 1, 11%, 2, 7%, 3, 10.5%, 37%, 9%, 50%, 6%, 18%, 25%, 48%, 9%. Guys, this with one loss. So this would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wins all year round with one loss with huge percentage gains. Guys, that is incredible. We got less than a minute left in my video, so we're going to go over the moons, okay? So we got, let's see, February 12th, full moon. This is when you look for the bull run. March 14th, full moon, 2:50 2:54 a.m. We're not going to worry about the times. April 12th, full moon. May 12th, full moon. June 11th, full moon. June 10th, full moon. August 9th, full moon. September, full moon. September 7th, full moon. October 6th, full moon. November 5th, full moon. And December 4th, full moon. Guys, let's keep these moon charts going. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up, subscribe, And much love to all you guys, and peace out.